new technology, new camera. Who this? And I got a new mic. Model making ASMR coming soon. Yo, it has been forever, but I upgraded my camera during Thanksgiving, and look at this, we got the mic, so we're really in business. But dang, it has been long. Like I always say, I have so many videos and contents I wanted to create, but it just didn't happen. And then life hit me like a ton of bricks. So y'all, hi, it's so nice to be back. I hope you guys are well. Hope you had a good holiday season, whether you're celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or you don't celebrate the holidays. I just hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing okay, doing better, and we'll catch up a little bit at the end. But I just finished first semester at University of the Bahamas, first semester of my second year of college, of architecture school, and we're going to review my final project. I think it'll be a good recap. Also, quickly, if you follow me on Instagram, also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, let me just plug my name real quick. I conveniently placed it right here. Or right here. Yes, if you follow me on Instagram, then you've probably seen Moochie, or you've probably even followed Moochie's account, which is at Moochie_4_Gucci, which that account has been hacked. If you've gotten any DMs from that account, it is not me. I would report that account if you do follow them and block them and unfollow them, whatever. But that account is no longer me. But let's get right into it. So we went through this semester. For me, to be completely honest with you, was kind of underwhelming. I tried to stay really optimistic about it and really hopeful. But to be completely honest with you, I don't think I learned anything new. I mean, we had some not really cool projects. We had projects and I worked on them, but they were kind of like warm-ups for me. I definitely don't feel like I learned anything new for my first year, which was at USC, which, I mean, USC is a good program, but then also the University of the Bahamas, I think their architecture program needs some work. But I'm going to look at my final project because I quite enjoyed the final project, and I also think I did really well on it as well. So let's look at it. The assignment is called the inhabited wall. We had to design a wall, which basically is the in-between space or the entrance to a building or a factory. And then we had certain requirements that the space needed to have, such as a gallery space, a office block, restrooms, cafeteria, stuff like that we also had to go in and design into the wall. My approach to it was it was more of a conceptual approach. I quite enjoyed it, and you know what? Let's get into the inhabited wall. I called my project a bubble in the wall, which you will see as we continue. We had to design the wall based on what our definition of a wall is and really explore the idea more. For me, I said that when I first think of the idea of a wall, I think of an obstruction rather than a space or an entrance to something. I just think of it as an obstruction. So for me, I wanted to break down this idea and see how I can change the wall to be something of not an obstruction. So what I strived to do was to break up the wall. And in order to do that, I used circles or spheres, because unlike any other shape, it's round. So there's no hard corners, no breaks, no anything. There's no obstruction of the form. Starting off, I have this axonometric drawing of what started off my wall. It's a bunch of Boolean difference these spheres into the space that was designated for the wall. I gave it this organization because we had to choose a president. And for my president, I chose Casa del Fascio by Turan Giuseppe. His building is just a box. It's square. The facade broken up into squares. If you look at the plan view of it, I thought it was interesting that it's just really a bunch of squares, but no matter how you divide it or separate the plan, you always can make out like a nice square shape. So I wanted to go through the same concept where I can organize these spheres so that, you know, you have these spheres or bubbles really in all parts of the wall. We also had to think about material and colors, and I just stuck with concrete. And so from there, I went ahead and had to start defining these volumes into the actual wall. I broke up the volumes, such as opening them up, and I also added some glass for the material, and I also added colors, which I added primary colors, yellow, red, and blue, because when I think of a circle, I think of primary. So I think of primary colors, and I thought it went well with the concrete. So for the first drawing, you can see the facade here. We had to put it in context. So next to it, we have building A and building B, which have these, I don't know, windows on it. But this is what the facade looks like. We have certain openings. Some of them you can see straight through to the other side. Some of them are blocked, but that's the facade. Moving forward with this next drawing, you have once again a elevation view of it, but then I also have a half elevation, half section, so you can kind of see those comparisons. Now looking at the plan view, this is the top of it, so not cut. And one thing that I thought was really successful with my concept of trying to break up the wall is that there is like a clear division in the middle, which you can also see in the first concept axonometric drawing that I did. But quite literally, there's kind of space in the middle, so I really kind of broke the wall in half, which, you know, breaking up that obstruction. Looking at the plan, you also see that also while breaking up obstruction, these bubbles also kind of created more obstruction within the wall. You can kind of flow through the bubbles, but they also are secluded from each other, and each bubble kind of has its own purpose and it is obstructed from the bubbles next to it. As I said, this is very conceptual, so we did have to, you know, add purpose to these spaces, which you can kind of see with some of the figure drawings in there. I have some sofas and people walking, but practically this is not practical at all. So, but I really love this plan drawing. Thought it was really nice. So next we have this section, long section cut, and with this you really can look at all the bubbles, and when you look at them this way, they're pushing against each other, or it looks as if they're pushing against each other, and as if they're trying to break up the space, which once again is trying to go against obstruction of a wall. So I thought that was really successful for this. But like I said, very conceptual. I didn't put any stairs or anything in this, although we did have stairs in the outline, but my professor was okay with it because he said it was very conceptual, but he did enjoy it. So I really can't tell you how you would navigate to the different levels because it's very conceptual. And so looking at the other cut sections, it just gives a different perspective, and it also gives context for the building that it's in front of. Like I said, it's in front of a factory, and it's also next to these two other buildings, so you can kind of see that as well. We didn't really have to explore much of the building behind us, although we know that we just wanted the wall that we were designing had to be airy, open, blah blah blah, blase, light. I bet you get a lot of light in this building with these bubbles. And then finally, I have this perspective drawing, which is in the building. I like this view. I think this looks nice. I feel like if I just saw this, I'd be like, I would want to visit this building. I would want to. But yeah, that was it for that project. Really, I enjoyed working on it. I procrastinated so much. My procrastination is just, we'll get into that. And so in this class, I got a B, which, let me give you the story. So all of our projects were submitted to the online platform that we submit them to, but my professor said that 3 of my projects weren't there when they were there because he even used them as examples throughout the semester in presentations. So they were there, but we're using a Moodle. I don't know what Moodle did, but some of my classmates also had this issue. So when he went to grade it, he said they were missing. Even though I told him that I submitted them, they were there, and I was saying it's a problem with Moodle. He didn't grade them, and I was like, well, what can I do to change this or whatever. He's like, it's too late. He had no remorse for the fact that it was a technical issue with Moodle and not me. But I got a B in the class. No, sorry, I got a B plus in the class, which honestly I was happy with. That's the best grade I've gotten, because at USC I got B's. But he said if they had been there, I would have gotten an A. I don't know why he would tell me that, because honestly that just upset me more. But yeah, my entire semester at University of Bahamas, it was rough. When I started off very optimistic, very excited, but then as I got into it, I lost a lot of motivation because I was just upset with all of my classes, except for my English class, because my teacher was amazing. Other than that, my professor, he did not really expand on my knowledge. He did not give us good feedback on our projects, except for the last review, and it was really, really lacking compared to the education I got at USC. I'm still trying to stay optimistic about it, but it's not necessarily where I want to be, and it's okay to admit that, and it's okay to say that, and we can just grow from here. Now looking forward, getting to what are we doing next semester, spring 2022, or 2022 in general. First of all, actually no, let's review 2021. 2021 was rough. I think this is one of the roughest years that I've had. I had issues with trying to figure out where I was going to go to school. I felt like this entire year I've just been waiting, and I'm still waiting, but I think I've gotten to the point now where I'm kind of getting used to the waiting. I thought that by spring I would be able to transfer to a new university, which I got accepted to a new university. I got accepted like last week, and I don't have enough time to transfer all my visa and stuff and get my finances straight in time for me to go there. So now I have to reapply for the fall, and hopefully I can get in again or get in somewhere else. We'll see. I'm excited for the spring because we're going to be in person. It's not the University of the Bahamas, but in person. I'm so excited to be in person. I'm so drained and so tired of doing class online. So I'm looking forward to in-person classes. But then again, I don't know if that's going to happen because of the Omicron variant. Coronavirus really said evolution. So we'll see, because cases have been rising in the Bahamas and it's not looking too good. So we shall see if we do end up in person. But if we do, I'm so excited, and I have so much exciting content to bring to you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a new year. I honestly don't even have that many expectations for 2022. I think I'm just going to take it as I go along. I still, have stuff I want to do, still making moves. But I'm not gonna dig too deep into it. Just taking it as it goes, and I look forward to that. Whew, I think that's all I have to say. Also, I'm thinking of starting a Discord server for the channel, for architecture students, interior design students, engineering students, architecture students, I don't know, whoever watches my YouTube video. I know a lot of you come to me for questions on how to apply to architecture school, how to apply to USC, and honestly, let's make all of our lives easier. Make a Discord server. We can have a channel to discuss that, so you guys can help each other. I can help you. You can help me, and just have channels to just express how excited we are to be in architecture. Architecture. Guys, I hope you're well. I'm gonna be better, but I hope you're well. So until next time, thank you if you made it this far in the video. Bye bye. See you next time. Look at Moochie. Isn't Moochie so cute? Y'all can't tell me Moochie isn't cute. This man is stylish. If y'all want to see the fits, follow me on Instagram. Not Moochie's account, my Instagram, because they won't be on his Instagram.